This is where it started. This small yellow house is my foundation. 14 years ago, it was powder blue. In that time, we've changed. In that time, some things have remained the same. For example, mornings are still pretty much the same. This is my house in the mornings. I was once the child being guided around by my mother. That is my brother's role now. Within my mother lies the first piece of my Haitian identity. She is the gatekeeper. For the majority of my life, she has regulated the influences around me. Her relationship with Haiti diffused through me.
That's
what Manem said.
I heard Manem said that, but tomorrow we'll get to people Manhattan.
Oh, okay.
Kunyam get up calculate est-ce que c'est chez l'homme pour voyal cancel bagay ça vous moi. Et pas cancel.
My mother is interesting. She speaks Creole and English to us. Her culture is the sum of her experiences. Hey, Madam, you got dressed awfully fast.
Oh my
God. What kind of sense am I thinking?
Où plein maillot dans closet là?
Where?
Ça on va tout ça.
Oh. No, that was on the top, not in the laundry bag.
Madam, put the phone down. For all intents and purposes, this is my life. What you may have missed is this. This is Haiti. Or more appropriately, this is my Haiti. It hangs around subtly in the background, inserting itself into our lives.
Well, I've worked with a lot of Haitians in the past, and I've found them to be very hardworking, progressive people. You know, they're very friendly, and I know they've experienced a lot of hard times in their country, but you know, that doesn't stop them.
I don't have pretty much any experience with Haiti, aside from what I see in the media and like tidbits of information of people who I know who like have family there. Haitian culture is like a huge part of New York City, and also like a lot of my favorite hip hop artists are from Haiti. And I just know, like, I don't know, sac passe.
Before I began filming this documentary, I only knew two things about my country. One, Haiti was founded in 1804 after slaves on the island of Hispaniola successfully overthrew their French colonial masters. 2. Haiti is a third world country and the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. I expanded my knowledge of Haiti by engaging the adults I had seen discuss it as a child. My dad's side of the family in particular has been really intertwined with Haitian politics. They've been in the middle of it. So if anyone really could tell me about what was going on in Haiti in the past 100 years, it's them. My dad's family left Haiti in the 1970s after the death of Papa Doc Francois Duvalier.
Especially after Duvalier passed away, we expect we are going to have almost a revolution. We are going to have political turmoil in the country, and we fell. They weren't safe in the country.
I was surprised to find out how intertwined my own family history is with Haitian history.
What is compa?
Compa was Haiti's reaction to more Dominican-style dances. Compa itself isn't as fast as, you know, merengue. It's a lot more deliberate. Compa is a lot more deliberate in how you're dancing. If you ever see people dancing, it has a more swaying motion. I would describe the compa as being like the tides. It goes back and forth and it's very soothing. But it also has the capacity to be very energetic. At the same time, a group of artists were flying out to America and Canada to play Haitian compa music.
My name is Harold Duroso. I left Haiti since '74. I was playing in a band, right? They offered us a contract, right, to play here in New York. Yeah, we took the contract because the band was very good. We came to New York, we played. But believe it or not, or the visa, should I say, for just the weekend. So we have to play, we're supposed to play Saturday, Sunday, and Monday come back home to Haiti. But the people didn't want us to go. They want us to play some more. So by playing here, by playing in Chicago, by playing in Washington, or by playing in Canada. So we came back here. So here we are. We stay all the way. Me, I stay with the compa. I cannot play rap. You mix everything together. So all of them give you the compa. To play the compa, you have to know about those roots a little bit. The folklore, the voodoo, just know about them. You can study them, right? And you know about where they come from. You mix the voodoo, the folklore, the jazz, the merengue. The compa came from the beat, okay? My uncle, he just passed away, right? He played conga, right? From listening the Dominican music, the Dominican beat is very fast. He didn't want to play the same thing, the same beat, so he created his own. The one he created, that's the compa. The compa is more steady. Everybody now play the compa, so that's why we can say Tiroso. We can say the compa came from us.
Madame, c'est now c'est mon pour ce petit calbagay tout petit bail petit bail Gilles Bissot pour mettre sur pas de maillot.
Now he puts down the phone.
Les gars, c'est maillot en l'air pour mettre oui.
I would define my parents as religious. For as long as I've known them, my parents have always had the Bible as their anchor. On Sundays like this, we all get dressed and pack into my father's van. Despite the 30-minute drive to St. Teresa, the trip is definitely worth it. I pass through my old neighborhood on the way there, and as the car pulls up to the church, I am always overcome by a warm, familiar feeling. St. Teresa was my first church in America. It was also my first school. The beauty of the church still resonates with me, and I find myself feeling the same sense of awe which kept me awake during all those long masses here as a young student. This is my favorite window. It depicts a story of Jesus. Here, Jesus is awoken by his disciples who are fearful of this storm that they've become trapped in. Jesus calms the storm.
Yes, that's very interesting. Jesus Christ's life. I love Jesus. I have a lot of respect for his teaching. But in voodoo religion, people can call the spirit that you serve may appear to talk to you.
Voodoo and Catholicism couldn't be any more different in practice. In Haitian culture, they are both driven by music and a strong sense of community. I was recording a radio broadcast at Radio Panu, our radio in Creole, when we found out one of the station heads died. Within 15 minutes of that radio announcement, dozens of Haitians in the community came flooding into the station. I met this woman in the station.
C'est comme son grand événement qui passait là et son choc lié pour communauté haïtienne et pour radio par nous. So l'aime de nouvelles là Et puis m'tendon crier, m'pense c'était Gaspard qui t'a crié là parce que l'elle t'a bay nouvelle là, elle t'a crié, so premier ça qui vient dans tête moi dit gen doit gen monde qui pas penser à ça. So moi prend un petit café, courir pour tel venir avec un petit citron. C'est ça et culture haïtienne qu'on fait les monde saisi, on boit un petit café amer, un petit de l'eau.
It took me some time to get to this point, but I still need to learn one more thing from my mother.
I used to dance in my 18, 19, 20. After 20, I never danced.
Around the time you started working, you were 23. 1987.
Yes.
You stopped dancing in like your early 20s. But that's also when you started working.
I don't have energy no more. What's the energy? I don't have no more. Dealing with you, so I always think the best for you. The parents working so hard just to make you feel better. So I said, okay, let's take the load on me so it'll be easier for you.
I cannot blame my parents for my estrangement from my Haitian identity. They have made their contributions in the form of music, religion, and community. They gave me the tools to find out what it is for myself. This is how Haitian culture is, that from generation to generation, it evolves, it changes, it does not stagnate. The way I live is very much a product of being Haitian. As far as I'm concerned, I know where I am as a Haitian, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. Yeah. You know about it? Come on, let's go.
Put down his ass. La prison. Ça veut dire la prison, c'est comme ça pour marcher à côté de nous. Pour l'autre, il a fait ma scie.
What?
Faut marcher avec comme ça, parce que faut tout pareil.
What did you say?
When they're in jail, that's the way they're supposed to have their kids. Because they gave the South, when they need them, they have to be ready.